Good evening and welcome back to Astro Colony, where I've left this running for a little while. We are still basically just getting carbon. That seems to be everything that's coming in at the moment. I think we got something like 33,000 carbon, so we're doing well. I completely forgot there are carbon generators, so we could use our carbon to make power as well, should we need to, although solar's pretty good, so we won't bother with that. But I do want to change this. I want to change this up slightly. I love this system working brilliantly well, but there was a suggestion on the previous episode, or the episode before. I recorded the last two episodes in one go, so from Farush, that suggests rather than looking ahead, like we're doing here, we're looking ahead at how many plates we have, and if we don't have enough plates, we turn this on, start getting goods. We should look behind at how many items we have and how many we want. And the reason behind that is quite simple. Right now, we have 278 gold bars. And if we don't get any gold in, we're going to use every last one of them gold bars to make gold plates, because we're looking to try and get 100 gold plates. Now, we won't get there, obviously 100 gold plates will, but what we want to do instead is we want to say, hey, no, we don't want to do that. We want to say, store like 1,000 gold bars. And then after we get to 1,000 gold bars, everything can be smelted onwards, which makes so much more sense. Because then, I mean, this logic system is great, and we've got this whole filthy, but I wouldn't need the system that limits how much is inside these. Wouldn't need that. We could just let it all go. You know, so we get 1,000 iron bars. That should be enough to build anything we want to build, I would have thought. And then we just go anything that's, once we've got 1,000, we let all the rest go, and it becomes plates. And then we, on the next tier, we go, we want 1,000 plates. Anything beyond 1,000 plates, we let go to do whatever it wants to do next. There is a small caveat to that when it comes to things like iron plates, because they're used to produce multiple different things. So it might be better to go with the iron rods and the wire, for instance. So the iron plates can come out here and go into wire, but they also want to go into making rods. So we could say, hey, we want 1,000 iron plates, and then once we've got 1,000 iron plates, split the two. But we need to split them on individual lines, so we need to split them early. So the iron plates would come out, and we split them early, and then we have one go one way with a pusher that's going to turn on or off, and also another one that goes another way. So one makes wire, one makes iron rods, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a little bit weird, but it means you keep an inventory in stock. Right now, we could potentially run out of gold. We could use all our gold up and turn it into iron plates, into gold plates, which we won't do because now we've hit the cap and this is all stopped. But if I set this to 1,000, we could potentially do that. So we want to kind of change it up. Also, this is a little bit redundant. What I've done here. My brain went, okay, so I want to use pushers for this because it makes sense. We can push, we change the belt so the belt comes along and then it turns and faces that way. And then we go, hey, you go through, and you can do whatever, you can push through and then push through again because it can push onto a belt that's not the correct direction. So this works fine. But I could have just used blockers here and then set this to, instead of being under, be above, and then that would turn on and off the blockers as and when they do, and then we could have literally left the belts running straight ahead. So yeah, that would have worked. That would have worked well. So yeah, so instead of using the pushers to push onto a different line here, particularly if you've got two belts running next to each other, this system wouldn't work because obviously the belts will push there. If you've got two lines next to each other, use a blocker, and then go, hey, instead of you saying if this has got less than 10 in it, you turn on. Say if it's got more than 10 in it, you turn off. So yeah, so this is less than 10, so it's turning on because it wants to push through. And we go, if it's got more than 10, we'd redefine. Oh, actually no, it would be, yeah, if it's got less than 10, we want to turn the blocker off to allow stuff through, and if it's got more than 10, turn the blocker on and it blocks it. So that's an option too. So you can have this, and this could be a lot more compact doing that way. So what I'm going to do is we're going to edit this here, and I feel like it's going to make the system run for a while, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to grab this and we're going to say, would you not read these? Would you instead read those? Okay. And also, do you not read that machine? Would you read that machine? So boom. And now this is going to get the confusing part. This is going to get the very confusing part. Let's redo this. Let's redo this logic ever slightly. Let me remove that. Okay, and I want to grab another one of these, and I want to put it here for my brain, for the ease of my brain. You read those, and you're going to point to. There you go. Okay. So then this line is going to deal with bars from this machine, and this line is going to deal with bars from these machines. So we need to change them up ever so slightly. Oh, hang on. No, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. Nope, this is not going to work. Because we can't read bars from here and bars from there. Although we don't need to read bars from there. That's not required now. So we're going to simplify all of this. So I think what I'm going to do, let's rebuild it. I didn't plan on rebuilding this actually. But let's rebuild this. And let's change this up. Let's build. I want a logic block, which is under F3 for us here. And I would like a blocker. And I'm going to put the blocker here, and here, and here. And because they're set to block anything, they will block anything and everything that goes through them. So there you go. Boom. Stopping anything entering the way. 1, 2, 3. Move this. Let's rebuild it. Because I didn't think of doing it this way, and if I had thought of doing it this way, it makes more sense. It just does absolutely make more sense. Okay, and then I block here. No. Conveyor belt. Oh. Belt. Okay. 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 Yep. And then we want to have deciders. One here. One here. One here. One here. Okay. And then you want to be. Right, what's this? So we'll do iron first. So you want to be. If iron is greater than 1,000. Okay, then we turn off that. Okay, and need to connect this up here. So long. I'll rotate you. Yep. So if it's greater than 1,000, if it's greater than 1,000, it turns off. Okay, so that's not what I want to do. I wanted to do if it's less than, you are gold. So we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 3. If it's not greater than, if it's less than 1,000, that should stop. Okay, because that's not true. So if there is less than 1,000 in here, we would disable this device. Okay, if the condition is met, then the option is true. So the condition is if there's less than 1,000, which is true, there's less than 1,000 iron bars, gold bars in here. So because there's less than 1,000, the condition is true. This is turned on. And we do the same for this. So aluminium, less than 1,000. You want to plug into that one, and you are going to be copper, less than 1,000, and you want to plug into that one, and you should enable. Yes, there you go. And this will just let all of our copper become plates until we get to under 1,000 copper bars and iron bars. And that makes more sense, because the way doing it this way, the way doing it the whole, hey, just make up and only limit the end resources, makes sense if you are using a system where resources are limited. Whereas in this game, resources are infinite, so we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. And just to less than. Boom, you know, we'll go there. But these two aren't going to go because there's only 123 and only 342 gold in here. So that'll go awesome, straight on. Boom. And then later on we can do exactly the same thing, and we can just ignore the logic for the gold, because we don't need plates. We don't need gold plates at all. They're not required for anything, so we can carry on. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully we have a, let me go over it. I'll go over it so I can explain it to myself as well. We have an inventory sensor reading our warehouse that stores the first goods, so it stores the iron, and we want to keep 1,000 iron bars. 1,000 many bars, so we'll go with iron. 1,000 iron bars. We have that reading there. We then have a wire that comes off and goes to a decider, and the decider says if there is less than 1,000 bars, then enable the device. So if the condition is true, it will enable the device. Because it is false now, we have more than 1,000 bars, it is off. And because you turn a blocker off, it allows everything to go through. When the blocker gets enabled, it will allow everything to, it will stop everything. And then this decider is connected to the blocker, and then the system works. There you go. And it's much simpler logic as well. Much simpler to build. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. And if you did want to limit how much was inside here so you don't get so many go through, you could do another set of logic with exactly the same design, reading these and saying, hey, there's more than 10, stop. But I don't need to do that now, because we're just going to keep 1,000 bars behind. So, we don't have to worry about that. And then it'll all become plates. And then the plates can all become something else, and we'll keep 1,000 plates. And then that will become wire or whatever, and we'll keep 1,000 wire, or however, whichever way you want to do it. And, yeah. Okay. But we want to do that. We want to expand. We want to expand out. We want to go along here and expand out. And we can't, because there is a wall. And walls take a long time to mine by hand. They're really, really slow, and it's all really, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But I have been reliably informed by an insider, a wandering insider from down under. Actually, no, that's wrong. Down under Australia. The other one, the little one, the New Zealand, the little one. New Zealand's not a small place, but whatever. Cars is what I'm trying to get at here. There is, if I go into the research tree, we unlocked a little while ago here, the hangar with rovers. Now, I thought rovers were just for driving around, and to be honest with you, I was like, they seem pretty pointless, because no planet's big enough for you to want to have a vehicle to drive around them. Spaceships make sense because you want to fly between places, but rovers were a bit weird. Then I've been informed that rovers have attachments to them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a rover, attach a drill to it, and drill the world away. At least that's the plan. So I need to build a hangar, which is devices here. Requires some iron rods. Okay, let me get the things needed to build this, and we shall be back. And we have a hangar, which looks like it can build rovers and drones and planes. Oh my. Federation monitor target on. Okay. Lots of buttons, but yeah, it looks good. Let's just get into it. So the rover, we can make a rover, and we can design vehicles in here. Two things we want to do. Now we want to design a vehicle. Now, I did build one of these before in a previous playthrough, and to be honest with you, I just looked at the recipes and went, oh, we can build a rover, and that was it. So pay attention. There are buttons in here that I did not pay attention to, and it's my fault for missing it. So let's design a vehicle. Bomb. Awesome. We want to build a robot, a rover. We can't build a spacecraft, so that's fine. So here it is. Okay, so bomb. Customize. New rover. Modify. Body. Okay, we can give it color scheme. Make it blue. We can make it big. We can make it small. Make it thick or wide. Let's make it small and fat. Yeah. Okay. I'm not quite sure what it means by color. Doesn't appear to do anything. Nope. Okay. Right. We can change the wheels. We can do the front left, front right wheels. So we can make the wheels tiny. Make the rear wheels huge. If we wanted to. That would look a little weird. So I think we'll set them back to 100. This. Mirror, left, right. 100. Oh, there you go. Okay. Then the rear wheels can be huge. Good. Good. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Okay. And now we can add a couple of things to it. So we can add an excavator, which is a giant drill on top. Boom. Okay. We can add a booster. I don't really want to add a booster. I don't really see the need for a booster. Purely because we're not going to be driving faster, this is going to be drilling. And we can add a container. Now, I'm not sure. Left click, construct. Where? Where can the container go? Can it go on the roof? So you can only have a drill? Remove that. Container. This is click to construct. I don't see where to click to construct. See, that turns green, so I know where to put that. The container, I don't know where to put the container. I don't know where to put it. I can't see it. Okay, so we won't have a container. Okay, which is going to be awkward because I don't know how we're going to... There we go. Okay, and we're going to call this the mining rover. Mining rover. Boom. Okay. Yeah, mining rover. Nice. We can customize it. I'll make it. Oh no, remove that. We can. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Let's get out of here. Boom. And now we can build the mining rover, which requires additional parts, and that's okay because we can do that. We can click this here. We've added enough to do it. 30 seconds has to go by. So we can build the rover. And boom! There it is. It's going to drive off. Yeah, cool. There is our rover. Awesome, awesome. How do these work? Push F to enter vehicle. Doesn't appear to require any fuel. That's quite cool. Okay. Oh, you click and hold, and then just go back and forwards, back and forwards. Okay. Use spacebar to move the drill up. Spacebar again to move the drill up again. Nice. Nice. Let's use Alt to bring the back. Drill up. That's as high as it will go. That's okay. Now it can't mine resources. It can only mine dirt. So we'd have to still figure out a way to mine all the resources. But that's okay, that's not a problem. But this is quite cool. You can you can actually mine into the ground. Okay. Nice. You can't mine there because it's not. I wish it would go up and down with the mouse. That would be nice. Cool. Okay. Okay. And then that mines out areas of land that we can then... I made a bit of a mistake there, but that's fine. Cool. Okay. Well, that's going to be a bit more exciting to mine out the area rather than having to do it all by hand like this, or put in loads of drills, let them run for 3 minutes and then get rid of them again, and then put them in again and rinse and repeat, which is a little awkward. We do need to get rid of this here, which does require a drill to go on top, so that'll be fine. And also, I believe there's nothing above us. Okay, so we just need to put a drill in there for that. So okay, so I'm going to go and play with the rover, and we're going to try and drill out loads of space, loads and loads and loads of space. So we can turn the drill up and down, left, right, and that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that. You can mine things with it. You can drill away. You can yeah, that's cool. I like that. So yeah, let me go and mine all of this area right here. So we can mine a good. I need to mine a good way down as well. It takes a lot of space to build this thing here. So, and then we can do more things coming out and going along and doing bits and pieces to extend our automation, which is what we want to do. We want to automate all the things, which will be absolutely awesome. So yeah, cool. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.